everybody, this is Wendy from Wendolonia, and today I am sharing my latest Kelly Purkey haul with you. Kelly had a really big sale the other day, the Kelly Purkey Shop, and so I stocked up a little bit on some of the stamps that they had available. Plus, I got some of the brand new stamp sets that I've really been looking forward to, and one of her new swag bags. So I'm going to walk you through all of that, and then later in the video I'm going to make a layout with some of the goodies that I got. So let's dig right into it. Look at that fat package, how fun. All right, so what do we have here? Okay, let me just set this aside. Oh, and this is an advertisement for one of her new little swag bags. Really, totally cute. Okay, so this is what we've got. The first stamp is this really excellent alphabet. This is the Bushwick alphabet. And I love that it's the outline. That's one of my favorite styles of alphabets. A beautiful, perfect, plain sans serif font. Again, just my style. The thing that really was exciting for me about this, though, was that it has numbers, which a lot of stamp sets don't have, and I find that I often want them and don't have them to stamp out a date or an age or what have you. So I'm excited about that one. I'm sure it's going to get a lot of good use. Next is this kind of marker style one. This is the Louise stamp set. This is just a basic casual font, which I like a lot. I could probably write this way myself, but this is better handwriting than I have. So again, I'll use that one. Now this one is, that one was called Louise, by the way. So this one is a tiny little font. Again, I really love this one because it's a good, clean sans serif. This one's great, though. I'm excited about this one because it has caps, lowercase, lots of punctuation, and all the numbers. So it's a good, tiny little font. It'll be great for traveler's notebooks, which is primarily what I've been doing lately for my scrapbooking, and I'm excited to get to work on that. It's called Ruby, which I also like because that was my grandma's name. So makes it a little extra special. So those are all some of the older stamp sets that were on sale. Now I'm going to show you some of the brand new stamp sets for this month. So the first up is this one called National Park Explorers. This is fantastic. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that my family and I took an epic 4-week cross-country road trip, and we hit as many national parks and monuments along the way as we could. So many places. It was an awesome trip, and I have 1,000 photos. So I'm trying not to scrapbook all 1,000 photos, but I've got hundreds of photos regardless. And so I was so excited to see that this National Park Service set was in the new release because we're really excited about national parks. So this one's cool. It's got the National Park Service badge, like the logo, and then another one to fill in the background. Has the words National Park in a couple different fonts. National Park Explorers, find your park, take only pictures, leave only footprints, no stone left unturned. This land was made for you and me, a true national treasure, which of course our national parks are. And then this one says, for the benefit and enjoyment of the people. So this is going to be really fun to use because I'm already kind of picturing sort of a standard format that I can use this on. So it'll say something, stickers up here with the name of the park and the national park down below. So that should be fun. Can't wait to dig into that one. And then this next one is just kind of fun. This is the National Forest set. It's called Leave No Trace. So it has the National Forest sign, which we also went to a bunch of national forests. But it also has some of these really fun things. My favorite, of course, is this Bigfoot or Sasquatch. My husband loves Bigfoot and Sasquatch, skunk apes, all of those, Yeti, all those guys. So this is definitely going to get some use on our, in my traveler's notebook. Also, he's passed his love of those things down to our children. So it's going to be fun. We've got the signs for the National Forest, the great outdoors, going off the grid, this really excellent cross-section of a log, for the love of the trees, leave no trace, stay wild, sleeping under the stars, and then National Forest in the same font as that National Park. And I think, well, looks like maybe the National Park is just a little bit bigger, but it's the same size as far as the width. So I'm excited to start using this one too. Okay, so the next thing that we have here, I'm just going to push these off to the side, is one of Kelly's new swag bags. And this one was all camping themed. So it also fit with our trip. And I wasn't going to buy it at first, and then I was like, what the heck, why wouldn't I buy this? Because it's really cute. So it's got these cute stickers. Wilderness Girls of America. I believe this is from a movie. I can't remember. So there are 3 of those. I think there were only supposed to be 2. And this one says National Park, there we go, Lover and Explorer. And I love these blues and greens and grays, really great colors for the National Park stuff. And then I love this one. This is a grizzly bear. And this one's great because we actually saw a grizzly bear while we were in Yellowstone. It was extremely exciting. So 2 of those. This is also can do double duty because my nickname for my son is Augie Bear. And so we call him the bear sometimes. So that might be fun on a layout about him. All right, so next we have a bunch of cards. Attempting to be outdoorsy. So this is in blue on one side and then white on the other. And that's a good one for us because we don't really camp. We just go to the parks. So, and underneath it says, "Psst, what's the Wi-Fi password?" Another funny one because my kids are addicted to the internet, and let's be honest, so am I. This one's cute. It's, again, blue on one side, white on the other. And this is a great one. It says, big trees, even bigger trees. The biggest trees, this way to more big trees. Funny one, Roughing It, with the little outhouse. Excellent. In the wilderness of life, we can never be too prepared. And that's in pink and then white also. And this one says, her recommendations for a campsite were totally unsuitable. There were no outlets, but there was dirt and bugs, and it rains there. So anyway, we found a place that's much more us, the Beverly Hills Hotel. Oh, I bet this is from Troop Beverly Hills, which I've actually never seen. So maybe I should go see it. Okay, this one says, slow down, breathe deep. 2 colorways, both cute. Oh, I love this one. This one is the anatomy of a s'more. So there's a colored one and then a plain, just like a diagram. It shows graham cracker, chocolate bar, marshmallow, graham cracker, and then you can check off warm, light char, burned. So we want golden brown is how I do them, but it's not an option. This one says Kumbaya, my lord Kumbaya. Cool. Campfire fun. Camp out, camp out, camp out. I'll have to figure out how to use that since we didn't go camping. And then this is sort of a campground map. And one of the things I like about this, actually just looking at it, is it has 3 bathrooms, but they're all labeled WC. And that's funny to me because both my name is Wendy Copley, so my initials are WC, and my son is named Wyatt, so his initials are also WC. So I always love water closet puns to use with our names. All right, now these are the fancy ones, and let me get this paper. These are transparencies with sort of a rose gold, coppery kind of printing on it. And this says "Find Your Wild." Really pretty. And then this one is lovely. It's got a turquoise metallic on a vellum. It's a picture of Smokey the Bear, my man. Oh, I love this one. This one is another transparency, and this is like a topographical map, and that's gold metallic. Ooh, that one's cool. Another vellum that says "Fresh Air and Bright Stars." That's blue metallic printing with a tent. And then this one is gold metallic on vellum, and it's that cool wood grain print. Love those. Okay, so then we have some 4x6 cards. This one has fish in 2 colorways. This one has ants in 2 different locations. Cute. And then this says "From the desk of Miss Abby Inch, Camp Inch." And I feel like there's a joke I'm not getting here. So maybe if you know what that joke is, you could tell me down in the comments. Maybe it's from Camp Beverly Hills again, or Troop Beverly Hills, or whatever. So anyway, those are my cute new goodies. Super excited to start using these. I've been kind of waiting for them to come because I've been working on my vacation album very steadily. So all that fun stuff, and then all of these fun stamps. Okay, so next up, I'm going to make a layout with all of this stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to make something with these wonderful new stamps that I got. And I started off by flipping through my summer road trip album. We took a 4-week trip across country, so I decided I was going to do this photograph from the Cliff Palace at Mesa Verde. So I'm starting off with a Studio Calico notebook. That's the one I've been using. And I got a 8x4-inch print from Persnickety Prints. And I just chopped that right in half. And now I am putting it down so it is horizontal in my notebook. So the left side there has this beautiful gradient that goes from yellow to kind of a dark teal. And then the right side of the page has a basic grid print on it, which is great for journaling and stuff. So next I'm going to get out my stamps. I'm using a basic alphabet stamp. It's the Rio stamp, again from Kelly Purkey. I have been using the heck out of this stamp set. It's 3x4, and it is just like the most perfect stamp set. It's nice and thin and tall, and it fits perfectly in a traveler's notebook. So it's an excellent stamp set for that. The other bonus is the font actually matches a lot of the fonts that Kelly Purkey uses in her other stamp sets. So it coordinates really nicely with all the other stamp sets. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm spelling out Mesa Verde on here and stamping it. And I'm doing a few test ones because I haven't used all of these stamps yet. And I found that a lot of times the first time you use a stamp, it doesn't stamp very nicely. You have to stamp with it a few times before it looks good. So I always do a couple test stamps before I actually put it in my notebook. So like I said, I did Mesa first, and now I'm doing Verde just because I had I knew I was going to have to do that E a couple times anyway, and I didn't see any point in spelling it all out and then going back in and filling in the E when I was going to have two missing E's in the original there. Does that make sense? I'm not sure that that makes sense. Okay, so in any case, I'm just putting in that last E, and then I'm going to get out the National Park words phrase stamp from my National Park set, after I put all my stamps away, of course. And I didn't want to use exactly the same color of ink. I wanted to shake it up a little bit. So the first one I'm using a darker blue, and then in the second one I use sort of a minty greenish blue. And again, I'm testing out that National Park stamp because it's the first time I've used it. And now I'm adding it in right underneath the Mesa Verde. So the next thing I wanted to do was put in one of those National Park service badges. I really love that, and I knew I wanted to use that on this layout. So I started off by going through the things that I had already stamped, using my tests to see if there was anything appropriate for that. And I wasn't really thrilled on the colors. They were all sort of olive green and brown, and it didn't really match the colors that I was using on this layout. So I scrapped the idea of using one of the ones I'd already done, and I decided to go ahead and stamp my own, which is exactly when my camera died, my phone died. So you'll see here, now you look and you see that badge is already there. And I stamped that same sort of minty blue in the background with a darker, more jade green on top of that. And I loved how it came out. Even my husband happened to be walking by when I was working on this page, and he saw it and he was like, "Ooh, that looks cool." So I was pretty happy. It's always nice to see someone appreciates what you've done. So once I did that, I fussy cut it out and I taped it onto the layout. And now I'm just adding a little bit of journaling about the Cliff Palace tour. It was really fun. It was a little bit of a difficult hike because you have to go straight down to the side of this cliff, and then you have to go straight back up when you're done. And going up those ladders is no joke, but we still really enjoyed it, and it was one of the cooler things that we saw on this trip. So I'd planned on this being a pretty plain, simple, quick layout, which it is. But when I was done writing, I decided I wanted one more thing on here. And so I found the stamp that said, "A True National Treasure." And I knew that one was perfect because if a 600-year-old archaeological site that you can hike through is not a national treasure, I don't really know what is. It's pretty cool. All right, so once I get that down on there, I really am pretty much done. And I looked at it for a second to make sure, but then I was like, yep, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.